What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol NAKD for Naked Brand Group. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing I want to do is give you some perspective by zooming this chart way out, and basically why I do that is just to illustrate the point that this is not an investment. This is probably not even a swing trade. This is a very quick in-and-out momentum-style trade that you need to be watching, very, very diligently, right? This is not something you can set and forget. If volume even dries up for a minute, it's probably going to fade back lower simply because this is a momentum-based trade. So what I mean by that is if, you can see the increase in volume, and I'm not trying to downplay this move that has occurred here. We'll actually talk about why I think this could go higher in a moment. But if volume dries up, right, if the momentum and interest essentially goes away, it's probably going to fade back and do something like this, aka a move back down towards that floor in here around 0.5. So that's the first and foremost. Keep an eye on volume. In terms of coming in and mapping out obvious zones of support and resistance, you can see a couple of them are quite clear, and then a couple maybe not so much. Up here would be a next target. If we can take this area out here around this 0.7065, that would be a long entry. And the reason we said, we're looking for long momentum style trade here is simply because if we come to the trade tab, there are no shares to short. Essentially, it's hard to borrow, and there are also no options, right? You're not going to short this via puts, so that's why we're favoring the long side here. And also, someone told me something that in the extended hours here, we are making a move higher. So that right off the bat is an indication of momentum remaining strong in the name. If we can open on a gap up and hold up and over this 0.7064, next target is 0.7676, and after that, I'm not going to cherry pick the exact wick way up there close to 1, but I would say a bump in the road here at 0.8665, and then maybe it comes up towards that $1 whole dollar. But for now, we're talking about huge percentage moves, right? And it can happen. You can see the range has done that in the past, but for now, I want to keep your expectations realistic. Again, you're looking for a very quick scalp, in and out, momentum style trade. If volume dries up, this is not something I would want to be caught long in, simply because when we're dealing with things under $1, right, huge percentage swings that we're talking about here. So to mitigate risk, I would encourage you, whenever, again, you're dealing with something under $1, to size your position where if it went to 0, you know what, fine, it was worth the risk. I thought it might double, triple, even my money, something like that. It didn't work out. It's not the end of the world that I lost, however much money you feel comfortable losing. So always size your position accordingly to make sure, again, your risk is in check. So that's going to wrap up the video here on Naked. Again, there's no real point in discussing downside levels because it's not really playable to the downside. If it does decide to consolidate for another day, obviously you want to see it ideally hold up above this number here. If we could get some clicks, thank you, Thinkorswim, at 0.6698, call it just 0.6767 cents there. That would be ideal for further bullish consolidation into the remainder of the week. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, let me know down below in the comment section or by giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.